guys, it's Ahmer here. Now with all of those remakes, remasters, and revivals, it is time to bring back these PlayStation 3 video games. Now a lot of these just stopped on the system or they were PlayStation 3 exclusives. So I want to know what you guys think, but here are my top 10. So first up, we have one of my favorite series. This is a fantastic racing series, and we have 3 games here. So this is going to be MotorStorm. So I absolutely love this entire franchise, with a couple games being some of my favorites. But MotorStorm was amazing. It had cutting-edge graphics, destruction of vehicles, the music was fantastic as well. I love the boost system, just so many different parts of this. And it took a while to come back after like the car exploded in the first one, but they really improved upon it in the second one. So you have MotorStorm Pacific Rift. And this was like this new jungle setting, and I loved it because they expanded to 16 different tracks. You had like earth, fire, air, water, and this was super huge. Now MotorStorm Apocalypse did something incredible. I thought that this had some of the most intense gameplay, especially playing that 3D capabilities in this, but I absolutely loved it. But this reminds me so much of Split Second, a game that I absolutely love. So I love how you're driving around and the maps are essentially destroyed as you're playing. You see crazy destruction and you pretty much see the city being destroyed. Just seeing that amazing skyline track really sets the tone as you're playing this game, and I just had so much fun with it. But I would love to see another one of these games on the PlayStation 5. Now next up, this one right here, we have Twisted Metal. It has been such a while since we've seen another Twisted Metal game. So with, everything coming out with the series on this, you would think that they would have a game to match. So I absolutely loved when Twisted Metal returned on the PlayStation 3, and I love this. It says bonus Sweet Tooth multiplayer skin, but the characters, there was just something about them, something so significant and so special while playing these games, especially on the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 era. But just bringing this back, I would love to see more. So you had Twisted Metal 1, Twisted Metal 2 was one of my all-time favorites. Just the characters and, expanded roster of everything, adding more vehicles. That was really cool. And then they did something a little bit different with Twisted Metal Small Brawl. You had like these kind of like cutesy-like characters. They tried to make it a little bit less violent looking. And then you have Twisted Metal 3 and 4, Twisted Metal Black. That had such a dark tone. The voice acting was great. The gameplay, was just intense in that game. You had some for, the PSP as well. But this one is so great. I wish that they had more characters in here though. And I wish that they would really go on with Sweet Tooth, Dollface, and just so many others. I feel like they could do so much more, and even though they had a scrapped PS3 game, they had Twisted Metal Apocalypse Revolution, I feel like, they should have kept going with this. They should definitely add more. We would all love to see this, and with everything going on, with the TV stuff, this would be great to add and expand on in today's time. Then on to this. I love the light gun games. I absolutely love Time Crisis 4 and all of the other Time Crisis games. These were so fantastic on the PS1, PS2, and even this one on the PS3. But this really brings those arcade games into your house. So there is, no console port so far for Time Crisis 5. I would love to see that. It did so well too. I love playing these games in the arcade. Every single game is pretty much so much fun as you're going through. I just absolutely love them. And this is no exception to that because I had such a blast playing this. And I actually picked up this GunCon bundle at a really cool store. So, I was able to play this one, but I would love to see so many more. And that's not all, because we also had the SOCOM series. So right here, SOCOM 4, and then even SOCOM Confrontation. So both of these on the PS3, but we have not seen any more. So this is one of the earliest PS2 games to use online play. And it's, a great third-person shooter. Definitely great because back in the day on the PlayStation 2, it came with this cool adapter and headset. And it was really fun with this turn-based shooter. So I absolutely loved it back then, and then I love how it just kept expanding with the maps, different characters, everything else. And even though Confrontation on the PS3 was online only, it focused pretty much online, it did have a lot of freezing, glitches, frame rates dropping. But SOCOM 4 on the PS3 was set in Malaysia, and it was definitely a sequel to the third game, but it didn't feel quite like the other games. But I thought that this would really keep going and just expand on the entire series. I would love to see this one come back, and I'd love to have these awesome tactical shooters return on the newest consoles. Now this one is also a fun one for me. I absolutely love Little Big Planet. Now having Little Big Planet karting, I really felt like this game could have been, you know, something even more if they kept it alive with the series. Everyone loves those kart racers. It's just a fun game to get into, and especially having it on a console exclusive. You know, everyone is competing with the Mario Kart games, and this one was something different. I absolutely loved how this was like a rival to Mario Kart, and it was very unique. You know, you have this Little Big Planet, this like creative planet where all of your ideas go. So you have to use your imagination. But I love how this had score attacks, races, battle modes, treasure hunts, and the list goes on. There was just something captivating about these games. They're just absolutely beautiful, and this was like, you know, this whole party game, community-driven vibe. I absolutely love that. And I love how the different boosts are, the power-ups, definitely the weapons are cool, and this looked like a handcrafted game. But it was so much fun to just turn a kart into whatever. So I just had so much fun playing this, and I would love to see this beautiful, you know, franchise just keep on going and just keep expanding and adding so much more to it. Then on to this series here, we got 3 of them on the PS3, Resistance Fall of Man, Resistance 2, and Resistance 3. But that's where it stopped. So I'm just shocked that we have not gotten a 4th one. You know, this was a first-person shooter to compete with Halo. Now, it didn't quite do what it was trying to do, but this was still a really fun game. So I felt like, you know, the weapon wheel was really great in the first one. You know, you get these fantastic weapons, and it gets to carry all of those. So it was realistic, yet not in a way, as you were playing through it. Now, the second one did lack that weapon wheel, but the multiplayer was great, and so were the boss fights. Now, the third one had such an immersive story. The environments felt compelling, and this was just a really fun franchise. So I would love to see a 4th one come back, and I want to know what you guys think. Then on to this guy right here, Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time. Sly Cooper does not get enough love. He was one of those, like, mascots on the system. I just can't believe we don't have anything coming forward with that. So this is just crazy. I would love to see that. In this game, pretty much Sly Cooper came out of retirement, you know, and there was like this whole time machine. This is definitely one of the best platformers of the 90s. So I love this game. It has like this interesting vibe, and it's definitely comedic. You have these nostalgic characters. You know, the jumping feels great. And I just love this whole cel-shaded cartoon style. This game is filled with so many different items and the different characters with different skills. It's just really cool to see all of Sly's ancestors. So this was such a fun time, and I love the mini games. But overall, this is a series, a franchise that I would love to come back. We miss Sly Cooper, and we would love to have so much more. Just some of these staples from that 90s era. Definitely from back in the day, bringing back all of this love and passion on the PlayStation. I would love to see more of these come out, and I can't wait until that happens. Then on to this game, we have Ridge Racer 7. So we've had quite a few of these games, but some of my favorites would have to be R4, Ridge Racer Type 4 on the PS1. This was competing with Gran Turismo. It was beautiful. It had drifting. It was so responsive with the drifting. And you had like 300 plus cars to unlock. Like, it was insane. And just having a blast playing that and continuing through, even playing like Ridge Racer 6 on the Xbox 360, and then Ridge Racer 7. This is definitely the best game, and I just loved it. First Ridge Racer was hard to play with the drift, but they have come such a long way. This one is the best game. It's the fastest. The drifts are amazing. The nitrous, it's just great. It feels quick. It feels like a fun game. And I just love how you're playing in the Grand Prix. It definitely feels like a fun time. It feels great and everything just looks great. So this is another one that I would love to come back, as I love those racing games. Then on to this game. This one definitely holds its value. This is 3D Dot Game Heroes. And I especially like this game because it has a neat feel to it. So this is definitely inspired by those old Zelda games. It has the charm, it has that classic feel, and it has a very unique style. It's like old games mixed with a new spin. Now the music and the sound effects are definitely great, and I love how you have this character creator because it's very unique. I just love this like blockiness to it. It's so much fun, and it definitely has like rewards for exploring, and you get to find objects and weapons in 6 different dungeons to progress through. The combat does feel good, but just overall, the charm of this like classic style, create your own pixelated heroes and trade them with friends. This is definitely a fun one that I feel like many people may actually miss, but I would love to see something with this unique, this like creative vibe to it come back on the newest consoles. Then on to both of these. So these are going to be White Knight Chronicles International Edition and White Knight Chronicles 2. So this is another series that a lot of people enjoyed, and so many people want the third one. So this is your fantasy RPG, kind of like a JRPG. So you get to create your own combo and attack. This whole like battle system feels pretty good. And this was really fun to explore the world. You know, you get to rescue the princess and bring happiness back. You know, very, similar to a lot of others. But armored knights as the characters, the environments, the music, it was so great. And this online co-op RPG, that was insane. It's so crazy. But this is definitely a fantastic series that needs to come back. So many people want this, and this is one that, you should definitely give a playthrough to. And then on to this game, Tales of Xillia. So this one is also a really fun game. Now they do have a couple of these, and I would love to see a third one in the bunch. So this one is definitely another high energy RPG. This is known for the art and the music, and the combat system is absolutely fantastic. This is your open world. The battles feel amazing. So this game, you have multiple viewpoints, and it splits more as the game progresses. So I thought that was really cool. But I love how you have like this different teamwork, and you have like a 4-man teamwork to do as you're going through these different battles. Now, if you continue the game in the second one, it is like a sequel. It plays a little bit different character choices than the first, but it's not linear, and there are tons of side quests. So you can actually explore this entire franchise, and this one is definitely a fun one that a lot of people need to check out, and I know that I need to check it out too. So out of all of these games here, I would love to see these franchises come back on the PlayStation 5, because we had these fantastic games on the PlayStation 3, and I felt like they are staples for this entire console. So what did you guys think about these games? Are there any franchises that we are missing in today's time that are absolutely needed? Make sure you guys let me know in the comments down below. And of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out all of my other videos and stay tuned for more.